Hey gamers, Cybersnag's back, and I thought it was about time we got back into the ntsc Super Nintendo collection. If you watch the last video, you know I'm going to be going through my entire boxed and complete collection, showing you the artwork, telling you a little bit about the game and the rarity of it. So, let's crack on guys and get straight back into the collection. Now, the next game I'm going to show you is a fantastic platformer. It's a Capcom and Disney classic, to be honest, and it is Aladdin. As you can see, I've took the Sentinel cases off because the glare was far too much. I thought at least you can see the box art. But absolutely awesome game. There's always been a hoo-ha about what version of the game is the best, the Super Nintendo or the Mega Drive. Now, obviously, both games to me play and are very, very good, but I'm going to edge towards the Mega Drive for this time because obviously this game is a fantastic game. Plays great, graphically gorgeous, music to die for, but it's slightly easier compared to the Mega Drive version, but undeniably a fantastic platformer to have in anybody's Super Nintendo collection. But as you can see, the box is in mint condition as per usual. But yeah, this has only got 6 levels. I'm not too sure on the Mega Drive how many levels that's got, but it just feels and plays better, and it is more slightly difficult. But as I say, happy as Larry to have this in the collection. The rarity on this one is 6 out of 12, so you know it's a fairly rare game sort of thing, and the condition it's in, it's you know, a game to have in your collection without doubt. So there's Aladdin, guys. Right, let's move on to the last game in the A category, and this one's a shooter, and I think it's a shooter with a game style that's never been repeated as far as I'm concerned. I originally owned this and still have it on Japanese copy, but I've always wanted the American copy, and I was lucky enough to get this one, and it is Axillary. A game on its own, this is, as I say, because the style, the way this plays, has never been repeated as far as I know. But awesome soundtrack, fantastic graphics, and as per usual, this game is balls hard. Even on the easiest setting, I find it quite a challenge. But I'm not the greatest. You know, I love my shoot 'em up, but I'm rubbish at them, to be honest. But a game that is worthy to be in anybody's collection, an absolutely fantastic shooter. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of my A games, and that is Axillary. Right, we move on to B, and yep, it's a platformer. And I've had this one a couple of weeks, to be honest. I was going to show it in a pickup video, but I thought, you know, it's going to be in the next the collection video anyway, so I thought, sod it, I'll show it in this one. And it's a game I haven't really had much time on, but Snes-tastic. I watched his video and I kind of like the look of it, and I got it for fairly cheap anyway. And it is Bob. And I've got to admit, what I've played of it so far is not a bad game at all. There's about 40 odd levels. I'll have a look at the back once I've showed you the game, but the graphics ain't too bad on it. It's not bad at all for what it is. But you got 45 levels. You got a ton of gadgets, load of bosses, and you know there's a lot to it for what I paid for it. You know what I mean? So there's a proper challenge there if you really want to put your mind to it and play. But never really considered buying this before, but obviously watching Pete's video, I really did like the look of it, and I'm glad I picked it up now because, as I say, the game's in fantastic condition. If I haven't showed you already, but there you go, I'll show you again. But the game itself, really worthy of picking up if you've never played it before. As I say, it's not that dear either, so I'm glad to have picked that up, and I will get my arse into gear and actually give this a bit more love eventually. But there's the next game, that is Bob. Now, well, this game is a side-scrolling beat-em-up, and it has to be one of my favourite side-scrolling beat-em-ups on any system, without a doubt. I think I've done this game on every setting, just to get the better endings out as you go along. But as far as I'm concerned, it's easily one of my favourite Batman games as well, and it is Batman Returns. An absolutely fantastic side-scrolling beat-em-up. What can you say? What can't you say? That is nothing bad about it. It's the music, The graphics are absolutely fantastic. But you know, it's a very, very challenging game. There's no two ways about it. The harder the level, obviously, the more of a challenge you're going to have. But boy, it's one of these games you pick up and you want to play over and over and over again. But easily one of my favourite side-scrolling beat-em-ups and one of my favourite Batman games of all time, without a doubt. So absolutely classic. The rarity on this one is 7 out of 12, so this one is quite rare. And as you can see, I've just showed you the box for the second time again. This one is in mint condition, as you do. But there you go, guys, there is Batman Returns. Now, if I didn't mention Bob, the rarity on that one is 4 out of 12, so it ain't exactly rare, but as I say, the game itself is a very, very good game for what it is. And I reckon it's going to be a pretty good challenge to try and complete that all the way through. Anywho, let's crack on, guys. And this one is one of my gems in the collection. And I was very, very lucky to pick this one up, to be honest. And it is another side-scrolling beat-em-up. And it is Battletoads versus Double Dragon. Obviously, this one is in really nice condition again. It's got a little bit of shelf wear on the edges, but I really can live with that for the price that I paid for this, because this is expensive if you want to try and pick up a decent copy of this. So I'm very, very happy with this, to have this game. The game itself is absolutely ridiculously hard. I can't even get off the first level. It is that difficult. It is stupidly difficult, but as I say, absolutely well happy to have this in the collection. Graphically, not too bad at all, really. Considering, you know, it's Battletoads and Double Dragon. You've got your three main characters from Battletoads, and then obviously you've got the brothers from Double Dragon, which is plainly obviously, as it says, Battletoads versus Double Dragon. But the game itself, not a bad game at all, but balls hard, absolutely balls hard. But the rarity on this one is 9 out of 12, so I'm well happy to have this in the collection, and especially in the condition that it's in. So there, guys, is Battletoads versus Double Dragon. I ain't doing too bad. We've got 7 minutes into this video, and we've got 3 more games to show you. I might have a drink, because I've got a sore throat, I tell you. Right, let's crack on to the next game. Now, this game is a basic beat 'em up, and this one is cheap as chips to buy. Really, really is easy to get out of. I don't know about getting it in the condition I've got it in, but I was fairly lucky to get this, because it's a YouTuber that lives literally minutes away from me. You probably know him, Richard, Crash Test Gaming. He does a ton of playthroughs, and his Snes collection was massive, and then he decided to sell the entire lot for some bizarre reason. Now he's decided to get them back again, but for some reason he messaged me last week, and he said they've closed his channel down, so he's actually had to reopen his channel as Rich Retro. So I'll leave a link down below if you was obviously subscribe to him. Then I'll leave a link down below so you can resubscribe to his channel, because he's a great guy. He loves his Super Nintendo, and he certainly loves his playthroughs. But anyway, let's crack on, guys. And the next game I'm going to show you is this, which is Best of the Best. Now, this is a karate, basically. It's a karate one-on-one beat 'em up. Graphically, not too bad at all, to be honest. It reminds me, I think this was originally on the Amiga, and I've obviously ported it to the Super Nintendo. But you know, you basically a lone fighter, and then you progress and you build up your skills and train and things like that. And you know, the actual fighting doesn't dissimilar in every level that you fight. It's just the hardness of the character you have to fight against. But this game, I think I paid a tenner for. It's that cheap. So you can, you know, and it's not that rare. I think the rarity on this one is, where did we go? So look, 2 out of 12. So need I say more? But it's in fantastic condition. Absolutely fantastic condition. I wouldn't have it any other way. But it ain't always like this, because there are a couple of games in the collection that do have some shelf wear and probably need replacing, but they'll do until I manage to find them again. But as I say, not a bad one-on-one fighting game, and for the money I paid for it, I'm very, very happy to have this in the collection. So there you go, guys. That is best of the best karate. Is that right? Yeah, championship karate. Let's get it right, eh? Okay, another gem in the title, and this is another shooter. I'm well happy to pick this up for the price I picked up, because this can go for some serious money, and it is from one of my favourite companies, Atlas. You don't get many Atlas games on the Super Nintendo, not as far as I know, but this one I've wanted to get my hands on for a while, and as I say, I picked it up for a fantastic price and in really, really nice condition. And it is Blazion. Yep, I got Blazion. As you can see, it is in really, really nice condition. But it's a really rare shooter. Really nice graphics on it. The premise of this, well, without going into too much detail, because I haven't really overly played it, but it's a typical shooter. But you've got the ability to shoot your enemies, and then you change into them technically to make yourself or your ship more powerful. So it's quite a unique little thing that it's got in the game. But as per usual, it's very difficult. I've only got to the second level, but that's about as far as I can get. But I haven't given it much time, to be honest, because I've been playing other things, as you do. But absolutely well happy to have this game. The rarity on this one is 6 out of 12, so it's not a rare game, but it's very, very pricey and quite difficult to find in this condition. But there you go, that is Blazion, guys. Well happy to have that in the collection. Right, this is the final one, guys. This is the final one in B. Yeah, I think it is. So we'll be going on to C in the next video. But this is another platformer and another cheap as chips pickup, but in fantastic condition. I haven't played this one yet. I've got to say, it probably ain't going to be the best game in the world. I'm not holding my breath. I would love the sequel, because the sequel's slightly rarer to this. But I've got to show you when on. It's Bubsy. And I haven't even played this game yet. I think I paid a £5 for this. So you can just imagine. It's not a great game, but I wanted it because it's a platformer. So, brilliant condition though, for the money I paid for it. Absolutely spanking condition. And it's got everything with it, you know, the baggie, the cart, the instructions, the leaflets, everything for £5. Absolute steal. But, as I say, the game itself doesn't look that bad. Graphically looks great. But I've heard a lot of bad things about this game. But, you know, for the price I paid, I'm not going to complain, to be honest. But I will get the second one, Bubsy 2, which unfortunately is just as bad, but is slightly rarer than this one. So I will be getting it. But obviously the rarity on this one is 3 out of 12, so you can tell it's not a rare game and very easy to pick up. But in the condition I picked it up for a £5, I'm happy to have this. So there you go, guys. That is the final game in this video for my Super Nintendo collection. Now the next video, guys, will obviously going over onto C, and we've got some goodies in there. I don't know. We just have to find out, shan't you? But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I will be back. It won't be as long next time, I guarantee you that. So as always, I am Cybersnack7. Keep playing, guys, and keep watching.